Tonight, police in Springfield are on the hunt for an inmate who has escaped. Good evening once again to you. I'm David Oliver.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Kilman. We begin with breaking news. The man got away around 7:15 while being taken from Stratford to this Greene County jail. Lindsay Klein is live near Division and Sherman tonight in Springfield with the latest details.
Jen and David, we are right by the Division and Sherman intersection where police have set up a perimeter tonight. And if you look down the street behind me on Division, you can see plenty of police cars lined up as they try to search for missing inmate Nick Gamblin. Also, Sherman is completely blocked off where it meets Division. Now, Springfield police say just a few weeks ago, Nick Gamblin tried to escape from one of their cars and got out, but was taken back into custody. Once Gamblin managed to jump out tonight, he took off southbound from Texas to Division. Police say he has several felony Greene County warrants out for his arrest, including warrants for first-degree tampering, second-degree assault, first-degree burglary or robbery, and resisting arrest. Gamblin is handcuffed in black and gray striped jail scrubs with no shoes on. Police are conducting a house-to-house search trying to find any sign of Gamblin. There are 2 different K-9 teams assisting.
Call 911 reporting. That would be a big help, especially in the area that we're in. We're hoping he's still in the area, so if any residents in the area, if they could just stay inside, first of all, so they're not out interfering with any kind of canine track, and if they see anything suspicious or hear anything, they should call us and we'll come check it out.
We're going to go ahead and show you Gamblin's picture one more time so you can get a good look at him. He has brown hair and brown eyes. He is handcuffed and will be in black and gray striped jail scrubs. He will not have any shoes on, and police say that if you see or hear anything suspicious, call 911 immediately. Reporting live in Springfield tonight, Lindsay Klein, Color 10 News.
We'll stay on the story for sure, Lindsay. Thanks. Also tonight, new at 10. A man riding on a skateboard has died tonight after being hit by a car. This happened on Kansas Expressway near West Nichols Street here in Springfield. Police so far have not given us any other details about what caused that collision.
Also new tonight, the FBI has released surveillance photos of the truck used in a Springfield robbery just yesterday. Take a good look. The photos show the person driving a gray or tan full-size extended cab GMC or Chevy pickup truck. The vehicle has chrome bed rails, several stickers on the rear window of the cab. The robbery happened in the Bank of America on West Kearney. Officials believe the suspect is armed and dangerous. Anyone with information about the crime is urged to call their local authorities right away. Well, a Greene County jury has convicted a 21-year-old Springfield man of involuntary manslaughter and assault.
Matthew Hogue was the driver in a hill-topping accident last year that killed one passenger and left another paralyzed. Now, hill-topping is speeding over hilly roads for a roller coaster type effect. Our Lindsay Klein spoke to one juror after the verdict was announced.
I don't know that anyone's life that's involved in this case is ever going to be the same.
An emotional 21-year-old Matthew Hogue sat in the courtroom surrounded by family members as a jury decided his fate.
It was, an emotional, difficult decision because there was a great deal of sympathy for all of the people involved and their families.
Hogue was the driver of a 2013 hill-topping accident.
This was a painful thing that happened.
It happened close to 2 a.m. where Farm Road 132 intersects with Highway 125. An accident reconstructionist officer estimates Hogue was traveling 73 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone.
Given the speed and the conditions that the accident took place. The question is, was this reckless behavior? Yes, it was.
The crash killed 29-year-old Kendi Highland and left 21-year-old Joseph Sims paralyzed.
There are definitely a lot of emotions at stake in a trial like this.
You never know when the jury goes out what's going to happen.
The juror says it was an emotional decision she hopes she'll never have to make again.
There's no question that his life has been damaged, as well as the lives of those other passengers. It was not an easy thing to do, and I hope I never have to do it again.
Lindsay Klein reporting there as well tonight. Hogue's sentencing is now scheduled for October 23rd.
Well, here now is Sergeant Jason Pace with the Missouri State Highway Patrol to explain the dangers of hilltopping.
As you crest the hill at a certain rate of speed, you are actually losing traction off the roadway. And not only that, you're losing your ability to steer. And that's what makes this so dangerous, is because oftentimes when we see these types of crashes, the vehicle has traveled off the road or even across the center line, striking somebody else head on. And it's oftentimes very, very tragic.
And the consequences of risky behavior like hilltopping are something that trauma nurses deal with all too often. Cox Health, in fact, held a class tonight here in Springfield for parents and teens to help put these kind of behaviors into some perspective. Our Matt Lipoli was there for the class. He's here tonight with more. Matt.
David, unfortunately, bad driving habits and drug use are nothing new, but trauma nurses have noticed an increase in some risky behaviors over the years. Hilltopping is one of them.
It's a deadly combination of speed versus limited control of a vehicle.
Cox Health trauma nurse Jason Martin says driving stunts like hilltopping have led to several deaths in recent years.
This is something that's always happened. It's something that happened when I was in school in this area, but really over the last 5-7 years, we've seen a trend go up again, and we've seen a lot of these accidents, a lot of deaths caused from this just in our area alone.
Also, distraction-based crashes, like texting and driving, are of course a prevalent problem among teens.
It is now the #1 cause of accidents in our area.
Instead of just telling us that it's bad, they show us like pictures of accidents.
14-year-old Hunter attended this class last year. He was back to volunteer and says photos of the results of drug use and crashes hit home.
People should not be in that many pieces ever.
And whether it's alcohol, drugs, driving, or even social media interactions.
And it's more about finding what we call teachable moments, whether it's this news story and you say, oh, wow, do you know your friends, do they text and drive?
Martin says staying informed is the best way to stay out of the ER.
It all just comes down to making good choices.
Cox Health hosts these classes twice a year for teens and parents, so interested parents can look out for the next offering for statistics on how teens are affected by risky behaviors, from drugs and alcohol to cyberbullying. We'll post links on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
All right, Matt, thank you. Jamie Warner joins us now with your Ozarks First forecast. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jennifer. And we have fairly quiet weather across the Ozarks, with the exception of areas from Douglas County south down through Ozark County into north central Arkansas. A persistent area of showers keeps bubbling up in that area, and some of these showers are locally heavy. Currently, the heaviest of the shower activity across northern Marion County and northwestern sections of Baxter County, north of Bull Shoals, southeast down through the Mountain Home area. Once these showers bubble up, they tend to drift on off toward the north, but they don't last very long. But while they're there, they can still produce some locally heavy rains, and we have seen that from areas like Monette, southeast through Branson earlier this evening, and now across parts of southern Ozark County, as well as eastern Taney County and into Marion and Baxter counties. You can see that shower activity just kind of bubbling up there. That's going to be an area over the next several hours that we'll continue to see showers. But I also think that areas to the west, we could find some isolated shower activity developing here late tonight, and then that will spread east towards sunrise. And here in Springfield, wouldn't be surprised if we don't wake up to an isolated shower or two, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. About 68 at 7 o'clock. Skies tomorrow mostly sunny to partly cloudy. There'll be a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the afternoon as well. Temperatures tomorrow, you'll notice, are going to be hotter. It's going to be more humid. That'll be the story through the weekend, but that will not be the story through next week. We'll have some big changes for next week. More details in your full forecast.
All right, Jamie, thank you. A Springfield police officer is charged with shooting an unarmed man. Today, the Greene County prosecutor filed a third-degree assault charge against Officer Jason Shuck. In May, Officer Shuck tried to question Eric Butts out of panhandling. Butts ran away, and while Shuck was chasing him, the officer shot the suspect. According to the probable cause statement, the officer said he meant to use his taser. The Springfield Police Department is conducting its own investigation. The police chief will ultimately make a decision on Shuck's future with the department.
Going to change gears a bit right now. It's a beautiful, fun, and inexpensive way to get out and enjoy the water this summer.
We are getting out in the Ozarks next, and we're showing you a fun-filled day of kayaking. You'll want to join us for that up next.
You should hear my alto. I got bass.
Alto. Soprano. What? New at 10 tonight on a beautiful summer day. There's really nothing better than getting out on the water and enjoying the sunshine. So this week we're going kayaking. It's an inexpensive, fun, family-friendly thing to do, and it's become extremely popular over the years. So it makes sense for it to be the topic of tonight's Getting Out in the Ozarks. On a beautiful day, you'll often find several people enjoying Lake Springfield Park.
We've got trails within the parks, the park now that actually make a complete circle around the park, about 2.5 miles around.
And in the summer, you'll find most of those people on the water, either in a canoe or kayak, enjoying the James River Water Trail. You'll also find this man, Lake Springfield Boathouse manager John Chamberlain, an expert in all things kayak.
People that have never canoed or kayak, it's a great opportunity to come down and not invest a lot, but you know, at least experience it and see if they like it.
Chamberlain says kayaks are similar to canoes, but sit lower in the water.
When people first get into the kayak, they feel a little wobbly and stuff.
No worries though, they're easy to maneuver, and if you don't own one, you can rent them from the Boathouse for a low price. $10 an hour per boat. Of course, the longer you're out on the water, the lower the price.
I tell folks, if they say, you know, we paid for an hour, what if we, you know, stay out, you know, more than an hour? I just tell them we just leave the meter running. It's okay. You know, if they want to stay out another hour, it's all right.
When it comes to learning how to kayak,
we kind of do it the old-fashioned way. We kind of, you kind of learn by doing out here.
The staff here will give you the tools you need for a successful trip, and then it's up to you. First things first, paperwork.
Usually we're asking you what kind of boat you like, and so we're going to say double kayak on that.
Okay, and sign.
And then just sign the bottom.
Right here.
We'll date it.
They'll provide you with a paddle.
The double paddles like this are the kayak paddles.
And a life jacket. Now, does this need to be real tight? And then you're off on your kayaking adventure.
You ready? Yeah. You know what boats? They've already assigned us boats. The double kayak is the safest boat I got.
And it just so happens to be perfect for me and my friend Rachel. Both of us are new to the sport.
And there's little seats.
Oh yeah.
This is much different than I expected.
Yeah, this is a Cadillac right here. You paddle on the right side of the boat, the front of the boat goes left. You paddle on the left side of the boat, it'll go to the right.
Okay.
And that's pretty much canoeing and kayaking 101.
Okay.
Nice hopping. There you go.
Rachel, I adore you. I just want you to know this before our trip.
Flip that paddle around, all the way around. Put the points up. When you go out, you'll head out through this gap in the grass here, and you'll just hang a left.
You ready, Rachel?
All right. Stay steady for me. Don't rock the boat. Now you can alternate and keep the boat straight.
The Boathouse opens at 9 a.m., except for Sundays, it's 11 a.m. Last rental is always at 4.
All my boats are off the water at 5.
And no kayaks are allowed in the water if the wind blows more than 23 miles an hour. It's a rule that keeps you and your family safe.
We try to keep it as safe and family-oriented as we can.
The scenery is beautiful.
It's really a teamwork thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's good exercise.
Rachel loves this, don't you, Rachel? Oh, yeah. Getting worked out.
And overall, it's a blast.
Whee! No extra charge for the ride.
Thanks, John.
You did that very well.
We didn't fall in. Yes.
All right.
I'm not wet. I'm wet too.
The other,
That was fun.
the other thing we teach around here is responsibility. You take your paddles and your jackets back up to.
Yes, sir.
It's yet another awesome thing you and your family can do
We want them to have a good experience so they'll come back.
by getting out in the Ozarks. Well, Chamberlain says it's a good idea to take bottled water, sunscreen, and a towel with you. He says you will get damp, or in his words, David, he says you will get a little soggy. So if you insist on taking your phone with you and you want to take pictures, he says put your phone in a Ziploc bag, stick it in your life jacket, and it'll keep dry most of the time.
You know, you did a good job, and you didn't fall in the water.
No, I didn't fall in
You
the
girls
water.
didn't do very good on the alternating thing, though. I said we were watching the story. I said, you guys aren't really alternating there, were you?
What are you saying?
You did great. You did great.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
it looks fun. And I mean, what a great resource we have in our community here to go out there to Lake Springfield.
Well,
So.
it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
in Springfield. I mean,
Yep.
you can't get better than that. And
Good
it's
times.
inexpensive, $10 an hour, so you'll have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to learn more about kayaking and Lake Springfield, you can visit our website. We've posted links there for you. It's ozarksfirst.com. Don't forget to join us next week. We'll head to Long Creek Marina on Table Rock Lake between Ridgedale and Blue Eye, just outside of Branson. This time I'm learning how easy it is to rent a boat, more importantly, to drive one and park one. That was kind of difficult. Well, specifically, we're going to drive a pontoon boat. The folks there will tell us everything you need to know to get you out on the water and enjoy your day with the family. So much fun. And if you have any ideas for my series, Getting Out in the Ozarks, email me, please, jkeelman@color10.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and you just might end up in my story. You never know.
I liked your story tonight. Very
Thanks,
good.
David.
And you know what? You might even see Jamie on the water because he just bought himself a canoe.
What's its name?
What's it called? The
Dimples.
It's Dimples. It's got a little bit of a dent on the back end, so it's called Dimples. But yeah, a great weekend to get out on the water. We're going to see probably the nicest weather yet this summer for going boating or maybe going out to the pool. But the warm temps, they're not going to last. We've got another blast of cool summer weather heading our way next week. I'll have the Intelligent Full Forecast next. What's going on? I guess when I get done with weather, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to give Viewers Club number here. Okay.
And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
All right, another peek at radar, and we've still got some shower activity. Right now, that shower activity is confined south of Highway 60, east of Highway 65, and west of Highway 63. And it's all complements of some upper-level energy in the atmosphere. So this is going to be an area right in here that will likely continue to find showers bubbling up at times. And some of those showers are going to produce some locally heavy rains over the next several hours. I've been watching some of the rainfall totals with some of the shower activity that's already occurred in some of these areas, and some spots picking up between 1/4 and 1/2 inch in a fairly short period of time. Notice where the rain was today. That complex of rain and thunderstorms that dropped out of Nebraska wanted to head southeast, but it couldn't. It had to drop south because of dry air that was basically sitting on top of the Ozarks, and that acted like a wall, kept most of the rain to the west, and then that rain tried to scoot on by to our south across northern areas of Arkansas. Parts of northwest Arkansas and in McDonald County and southwest Missouri picking up some pretty decent rains from earlier rains and some thunder that came through the area earlier today. Here's the setup for tonight. We've got this area that I've already talked about that could see some shower activity over the next several hours, but we've also got a front off to the west. And that front is going to be shifting east overnight tonight as some stronger winds off the surface begin to blow out of the southwest. That'll help to push that front east. And that whole process will generate the risk for some isolated shower and thunderstorm activity right in here after midnight tonight and through sunrise on Friday. And then after that, I think that activity will tend to fade away. And then it looks like as we get into the late afternoon, there could be, with the heat and humidity that's building in, maybe a few isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms, especially east of Highway 65. Your hour-by-hour forecast shaping up like this. You can see areas to the southeast of Springfield initially could see some showers, and then it looks like west of Springfield across west Missouri and northwest Arkansas could see some isolated shower activity. That activity will fade away during the morning, and then during the afternoon we'll find isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms east of Highway 65, especially across the eastern Ozarks. Temperatures tonight will drop to about 67 here in Springfield, but a bit cooler to the east and northeast, where it looks like lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow we'll see afternoon highs in the upper 80s east to near 90 here in Springfield, to low 90s to the west in Joplin. Pattern into the weekend, a hot one. A rare ridge upstairs in the atmosphere will build over the area tomorrow into Saturday before a deep trough develops by early next week. And this will be the pattern for all of next week. Big trough in the eastern U.S. means cool weather for July. In fact, we're going to go from hot over the weekend with highs in the 90s to not with highs in the 70s come Tuesday and Wednesday. Take a look at this 7-day forecast. Can you believe it? It's the middle of July. Now, the front end of that forecast looks pretty typical for July. It's the back end of the forecast which does not. I think we could see record lows or near record lows come Wednesday morning, dropping well into the 50s and afternoon highs in the upper 70s both Tuesday and Wednesday. That's going to be a nice stretch of weather. Let's get your Viewers Club number, and there it is on the bottom of your screen, 212-861 tonight's number, and our jackpot, it's up to $700. There's more coming up after this break.
And now Color 10 Sports, winner of the Edward R. Murrow Award for sports reporting. Here's Dan Lucy.
Monday, Spencer Robarge will hit the lanes in Buffalo, New York, bowling in the Junior Gold Nationals. Despite being only 11 years old, this level of competition is old hat for Spencer. And as Color 10's Megan Rice reports, bowling's a family affair when this alley kid strikes.
Two things are certain about Spencer Robarge. He's a young bowling phenom, and when he hits the lanes, it's a family affair.
When I first started bowling, I was 2 years old. I would have my mom at the ball return, and then I'd put it in between my legs and push it down the lane. That obviously didn't work out too well.
But hey, at least the youngster got a head-pin start on the competition, averaging 95 at just 4 years old.
Every now and again I'll get nervous at like big tournaments, but not really. I mean, I just go out there and do my thing, hope I can knock 10 pins down, and hope it does better than everybody else.
Which has been a good motto so far, considering that at 8 years old, he became the youngest bowler to win the Gateway Tournament. Bowling has always been a part of Spencer's family. He even grew up watching his older brother bowl, but neither of them would know about the sport if it wasn't for their grandmother.
She bowled a long time ago. She's been in bowling her entire life, and you know, bowling alley's home for them.
Oh, I couldn't tell you how proud I am of her. Just enjoy my grandkids so much.
And while Clara taught him bowling, it's his grandfather's memory he carries into each frame.
Gone but not forgotten.
Charles passed away of cancer in 2012, and Spencer had this jersey made for his grandpa.
When we lost him, it was just really sad, but now, I mean, I just look at this shirt and think, Grandpa.
He says the jersey's been good luck and hopes it stays that way come Nationals in New York.
Just hope that I can throw the ball well and perform good and throw some strikes.
With each generation and each strike, the family's love for this sport keeps growing. In Springfield, Megan Rice, Color 10 Sports.
Springfield Cardinals continue their series with Northwest Arkansas tonight. The Big League Club announcing that relief pitcher Kevin Sechrist will be at Hammons Field to start a rehab assignment very soon. Springfield looking for its third straight win. Kurt Heyer gets an early strikeout by getting Orlando Calixte looking at a nasty breaking ball. Cards would get on the board in the second. Patrick Wisdom deep to left, down the line and way over the 315 mark. A solo shot to make it 1-0 Springfield. Northwest Arkansas answers in the third, though Parker Marin golfs this one deep to right. It goes over the Empire Bank sign. That would make it a 1-1 game, but Springfield would move back in front in the bottom half. A man on for Kurt Smith, and he just hammers this pitch way over the wall, almost out of the ball yard. A big-time two-run homer. It's 3-1. Naturals Hunter Dozier, though, hit a three-run ninth-inning homer, and Northwest Arkansas wins 5-4. St. Louis Cardinal catcher Yadier Molina will miss the next 8 to 12 weeks after tearing a ligament in his right thumb, and that happened last night as he slid into third base. Tony Cruz is taking over for the injured Molina. Yadier undergoing surgery tomorrow to fix that ligament. Pittsburgh gets on the board in the first. Russell Martin singles to left. Andrew McCutchen scores 1-0. St. Louis tied it back up, but Pittsburgh moves back in front in the fifth. McCutchen again singles to right. Jordy Mercer scores 2-1. Then Neil Walker drives this over Oscar Taveras' head and right. It would go off the wall. Gregory Polanco and McCutchen score 4-1. Josh Harrison cashed in another two-run double in the sixth. Pirates snap the St. Louis winning streak 9-1. Kansas City Royals open a four-game series with Detroit tonight at the K. Royals were 4.5 back. Detroit strikes first. Miguel Cabrera dribbles this toward third. A fielder's choice. Austin Jackson scores to make it 1-0. And then Torrey Hunter would follow with a single to center. Ian Kinsler strolls home 2-0. It was 3-0 after one. Right now it's 16-4 Detroit in the ninth. Springfield Lasers get their first win of the season, 23-13 at the Boston Lobsters. Color 10 News will be right back.
are tonight's winning lottery numbers.
We have no more time for you tonight, but thanks so much for joining us.
Make it a good night, folks.